What's up, everyone? I'm DJ Hamilton, and you're tuned into the DJ Sports Show, where we give you the latest, greatest, and most exciting sports stories in the world of sports, from interviews to having people's stories heard and told. This is the DJ Sports Show. Let's get it! Gentlemen, I'm your host, DJ Hamilton, and welcome to the DJ Sports Show, the place where we talk sports, have stories told, and make a difference. If you watch on YouTube, smash that like and subscribe button and share anybody you know who loves sports. And also on any audio platforms I'm on, leave a 5-star rating and share anybody you know. We have a great week of football to talk with you guys. Big playoff implication games that we need to get down to. We're recording this Sunday evening after watching the Bills-Eagles game. Currently, the Bears 49ers are playing right now. The score tied at 7-7 apiece. Here with my main guy, Nicholas, to break down Week 17 of the NFL. How you doing, Nick?
Doing well. I hope you had a great holidays and that you got everything you wanted. I didn't get everything I wanted for my Christmas. I didn't get everything I wanted for my Christmas.
Hey.
You know what I really wanted for Christmas?
I know you wanted a win.
Not only that, I want a new owner. I want a new football owner.
You should have asked Santa to get you. You should have asked him to get you that. Hopefully next year he grants your wishes.
Did you see? Oh God! Did you see that arena too in MetLife? It was full of Patriots fans. It was so sad.
You want to get to your Jets now, or you want to wait till later?
Let's get the cruelty out of the way now. Oh my God! I mean, 42-10. Like, what is there really to say about this franchise? Oh, but they don't have talent. Yeah, but here's the thing. Good coaches find ways to motivate teams, to motivate their players, and to make games close. This team quit on the coaching staff today. And you can make all the excuses. Oh, they have no talent, no this, no that. I get that. But there's no excuse to lose like 40-something points to the Patriots. None whatsoever.
You allowed 35 in the first half.
Yeah, Drake May was done. They ensured health with him to start Josh Dobbs, who I forgot was still in the NFL. They benched him 5 minutes before the third quarter. Embarrassing. And look, I there's no more excuses. It's clear this guy is not the coach. And they're probably going to keep him for next year. And I'm going to see, because I pretty much have to. And there's the excuse of, he doesn't have a quarterback, he doesn't have a roster, he doesn't have this. But this team quit on the coaching staff today. They quit. And that's a telling sign. And I really hope I'm wrong here. I don't want to be right. I want to win. Thank God Breece Hall got over 1,000 rushing yards, because we haven't had, I remember if I told you this last week, we haven't had a 1,000 rusher on this team since 2015 when Chris Ivory was the running back.
I was a sophomore in high school.
A
long ago.
Man. I mean, I don't know what else. I don't know what else there really is to say about this football team. Drake May threw 6 touchdowns in this game. Same thing. But point is, when is there going to be a time where I can be proud to root for this football team and not have to live into cruelty like I've been living in for 15 years?
Misery. You let him get a 157 passer rating. That's insanity. He's not that far off from 200 passer rating. If they would have kept him playing, he probably would have gotten it.
Yeah. By the way, isn't this guy a defensive-minded coach? Like, hello, if this guy's really a defensive-minded coach, why did we lose in dominating form? And it could have been worse.
Defensive coordinator, that's what he was with Detroit Lions. But then again, remember, it is different personnel. He doesn't have that on the Jets.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, I don't really think his defenses in Detroit were that great, you know? It's just, I'm not going to freak out as much as I normally would. I'm just disgusted. I'm at my lowest point here. I don't know where to go.
To make you feel better.
mint chocolate chip. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, a little Christmas, a little holiday treat.
Little
So,
holiday treat.
get in the spirit.
But I gotta say, the crazy part too is, I don't know you didn't hear this. A lot of the announcers feel bad for us. Like, they say you gotta be a really tough person to be a fan of this team, to root for this. They're loyal, they're dedicated, and I've never seen announcers feel bad for a team as much as they do for the Jets. And I don't know what really else there really is to say. Well, I got to hear Drew Brees today. Yay, yippee. I mean, it just hurts.
It's okay.
It really does. I had to have my buddy Will calm me down today, because I was not happy at all, and I needed guidance from it.
Damn.
It's just, and I don't really think, I really don't trust anyone there. What? They have an inept donor? I don't know about this GM. He's made some great trades in the midseason, but I really don't know about this GM. I certainly don't believe in the coach, and he's going to be kept for next year. If it was me, he'd be gone after 1 year, but he's going to be kept again, and I hope he proves me wrong. I really do, but I'm at my lowest point here. Like, people are like, "Oh, you should be happy. They get a top 3 pick. They could draft their." Who cares? It's not. I don't care about where they pick. It's who they pick. And
Yeah.
congratulations on the Raiders. They pretty much are going to get the first overall pick if they. I mean, not for sure, because they got to face the Chiefs, who are playing on a third-string quarterback right now, off a guy I have no idea how to pronounce his name, and I have no idea who he is still to this day. But the Raiders are going to take Mendoza. Whoever gets that top pick is going to take Mendoza. And it's going to be either the Raiders or maybe the Jets. I don't know. Maybe the Giants could sneak up there. And I don't know. But I don't know where the Jets go from here. I can't. I just hope that they know what they're doing. And I don't believe they do.
Yeah, man. I don't know about your team anymore. The one time they won that I've seen really is when I was there in person.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when they beat that was the Giants that beat the Chargers, not the Jets. Yeah. They've had, 3 wins all season?
Yeah, you got to admit one thing, though. This team has a punter. Their punter is really good, and he should be in the Pro Bowl. But,
best
the
player
NFL...
on the team, honestly.
No, Nick Folk is their best player on the team, because that dude is automatic all year. And they should have never gotten rid of him during his earlier years. They should have never gotten rid of Nick Folk. They should have never fired Rex Ryan and Mike Tannenbaum. They would have figured it out, and they'd be in a much better situation than they are today. 3 guys they should have never let go at that time.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Let's talk some real football. I don't want to talk about this disgrace anymore. Sell the team, Woody. Woody, sell the team.
The classic closeout. But yeah, the next thing I wanted to get into that I got to watch was the Seahawks and Panthers. Seahawks coming up big, 27-10. The first half, man, that was a defensive first half early on. No team could get anything going offensively. It was like watching a boxing fight. Two boxers, they're fighting for their lives, but they can't really land any real punches on either one of each other. They have great elite defensive techniques where they're, bobbing and weaving great, but they can't land that epic punch to gain some points. That's what this first half was.
Yeah. And then the second half came, and we got to see a Mike Tyson biting off Elijah Holyfield's ear. Was it Elijah Holyfield or Evander Holyfield? I can't remember.
Holyfield.
Yeah, I keep getting confused because his son Elijah Holyfield was a football player. He's actually trying out for WWE, from what I've been told.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, and then the Seahawks, man, they showed why. That was their 3 points in the first half was the lowest amount in the first half of them all season. They never scored that low all season. They're a top 3 offense in the league. They're second in points scored in the entire National Football League. So I was kind of shocked to see them the way they were struggling offensively. They just looked out of sorts, out of sync, kind of similar to the team we saw in the later game with the Buffalo Bills, who we're getting to later. But the Seahawks, man, they were able to come through. I think this shows just how diversified of an offense they are, because we saw them have an offensive shootout against the Rams, one of the best the best offensive scoring team in the league in an overtime game where they won the game, and they did it with their offense through the air. This game, it was different. It was with the ground game and their defense coming up big in big spots to win this game. It was an ugly, gritty game, kind of similar where you're probably going to see in the playoffs. And I think that gives them a confidence booster going into the postseason. Like, oh, we didn't have our prettiest game offensively, but we were able to get stops defensively. That kind of ushered our offense and got our offense going to lead us, to propel us to a high-scoring second half, which helped us win this game. And now, while they have a better chance now to gain the number one seed in the NFC, right now they're still number one seed in NFC. But the Bears are creeping up on them, especially if the Bears win tonight as we're recording this, playing the 49ers. It's going to be interesting to see over this next week because every game is pivotal for playoff seeding. The Seahawks, if I'm them, I want to get the number one seed because I saw this cool stat on the game today. I think it was the Seahawks game. Number one seeds usually have a 50% chance of making the Super Bowl because they have home field advantage and they get that week off in the wild card round. That's what you want. If you're the Seahawks, you have all the weapons. You want to keep your guys healthy. Hey, if I'm the Seahawks, I'm really trying to get that number one seed. So
I would rather ensure health if it was me.
yeah,
I get what you're saying for home field advantage, but here's the thing: I'd rather ensure my players are healthy for the playoffs. Screw home field advantage. Screw that. Even in all sports, I say this. Like in hockey, would you rather have the number one seed or ensure health? And I would always go for ensuring the health.
exactly.
Even though I have an issue with the NHL and the way they classify their injuries on there, but that's a different story. But I would rather go for health than for the number one seed, because even if you get that number one seed, it actually might harm some teams too. I mean, we've seen it previously of how a week off could hurt teams. So I'd rather ensure health. Rest your guys, and if you have to play in the wild card round, good. I do want to talk a little bit about the NFC South a little because we are talking Panthers. Bryce was terrible today. I mean, he only had like 54 passing yards and like an interception. He was not good, but I kind of want Carolina to make the playoffs over Tampa this year. You know what I mean?
Next week, the tiebreaker, the winner take all.
Yeah, because to be honest, like, Tampa Bay sucks too. And
they fell off a mountain cliff. It's
yeah.
That
Not
has
only
to
do
be
they
a story. Some Tampa Bay writers or Buccaneers that covers the team all season, they got to do an article on that because we got to know what really happened.
Remember
Injuries,
that
but there has to be
documentary?
some other stuff.
You know that documentary they kept posing about like how bad they were in their early years and how great they are now? How about add another documentary of their downfall for this year?
Their peak being the 03 Super Bowl and then Tom Brady winning in 2021. What was it?
Yep. That was the one. That was the pandemic one, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, the pandemic one. Yeah. Those are 2 peaks right there.
Yeah, there was 2 peaks. Here's something else as well. That game is not only just who makes the NFC South. That game is going to make or break Todd Bowles' job status, because with how bad they've fallen apart, and Todd Bowles is wretched. He is not a good. He locked himself into this team because Bruce Arians left. He decided to step down. I think for health issues or like a firing via promotion type position. He locked himself onto this team who had talent everywhere, and he's done what he can to ruin this team, because I think if Tampa had a better coach, they would probably be contenders. There's a reason why I wasn't too hot on them early on. But he's coaching for his job next week. With how much they've lost, I get Ian Rappaport said that, Todd Bowles' job is likely safe. I don't care. He's coaching for his job. He really is.
Makes sense.
And with Carolina, you got to play better than this, man. And I did like their defensive performance in the first half. They fell off a cliff, but man, Bryce, you got to play good next week. I think this is a make or break game for Bryce Young too. Yes, he did play well, but that game's gonna really make or break him. Probably the most important game in his career, not named the one game he came back after being benched. Not this year, but last year. This was when he was like Jamarcus Russell level bad, and then Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
And then Andy Dalton had that like car crash, and Bryce had to start. That was an important game for him. This game next week is up there for important games in Bryce Young's career.
No, for sure. And the defense was great early on, like you said. In the first quarter,
Yeah.
Seahawks only had 88 total yards. They only had 288 for the entire game. And this is a offense. They usually average 350 yards per game for total offense, according to teamrankings.com. That's a top 10 offense in the entire National Football League.
Bro, Charbonnet reeks like the Seahawks run. I'm not a big Zach Charbonnet. I think he kind of reeks, but he did have a good game today. He really did. He had like 110 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. Like, how do you let Charbonnet do that to you, Carolina?
Yeah,
Like,
no,
oh
he
my
was
god.
carving them up offensively. Kenneth Walker wasn't even like a major factor in this game. It was all Charbonnet.
Neither was Darnold.
Neither was Darnold.
Yes, he did have that good touchdown throw to Barner, which was a great throw, but
Yeah,
he did not look that great today. He did.
yeah. That I think what was the changing point of the game in the third quarter is when Young threw that interception that allowed Seattle to get it inside
That was
the 30.
so bad.
That
was
to
a
me
bad
was the point of the
pick.
game because that really started getting the Seahawks going offensively. Because the third quarter is when they started getting their rhythm going offensively. They piled on 14 points. The Carolina Panthers were not able to get into offensive rhythm on their own, and the Seahawks just kind of took off from there. And their defense started making plays. DeMarcus Lawrence came with that big fumble after the Seahawks just intercepted. Sam Darnold threw an interception, and then they got the ball right back. Marcus Lawrence gets that fumble. And shout out to Leonard Williams and Marcus Lawrence. I met Leonard Williams before, former Giant right there. Yeah.
Former Jet too.
Leonard Williams he's a great dude, man.
Leonard. I miss Leonard Williams. I really do. He was such a great player for us.
He was named All-Pro, I think, if I heard on the broadcast. All-Pro, Pro Bowler.
Yeah, then the Jets traded Leonard Williams to the Giants for a 3rd and 5th round pick. The 3rd round pick was Ashton Davis, and the 5th round pick was Michael Carter. Both gone, by the way. One's in Philadelphia, and the other one's in Miami somewhere. Ashton Davis, I think he's in Miami. But I miss Leonard Williams. That dude was such a great player. I was legitimately doing a dance when he fell to us in the draft he was in. And he dropped because I think he had like a shoulder issue that teams were concerned about. But I was doing the dance. I was doing everything. I was so happy to get him, Muhammad Wilkerson at the time, and Shelton Richardson to play. Oh, I love Leonard Williams.
Yeah, no, definitely. He's a great dude. I have a picture of him. He's on my wall of fame. Great guy, great heart. He's just a great dude all around. Big guy, man. You forget how huge these guys are when you meet them in person.
Tremendous.
NBA and NFL, they're huge dudes, man. Professional athletes, no joke.
Even baseball players too. Like even though like Jose Altuve is pretty small, that dude is jacked. Like they're like some of these players are jacked. I mean, some are also on the steroids. I mean, let's be real here. There's some on the steroids.
But I don't think as much as that back in the days. I think people are more cleaner now. Probably still are. I agree. But definitely everybody knows the effects now more, you know?
Yeah, there still are today, but come on. There's absolutely players who are on steroids playing right now. Especially in pro wrestling. Go look up like some of these pro wrestlers nowadays. Like look up a Jordan Grace or a Powerhouse Hobbs or something like that. Absolutely on steroids.
Yeah, most likely, probably. I don't watch wrestling like I did when I was a kid, but yeah.
Dude, if you go look up like some of these names in pro wrestling, like you could see the steroids.
Oh yeah, I could tell when someone's on steroids. I'm like, this does not look natural. Oh
my god, yeah. Ever since I like I used to watch Dynamite Kid matches. I wasn't around in the 80s, but I would love watching the older matches. So I'm like, oh, that one's on steroids. That one's not on steroids. This one's on steroids. That one's on steroids.
No, definitely.
Oh my god. Leonard Williams, if you're watching this right now, I know for a fact you are not on steroids and are
he's just great.
He is a monster of a man. And if you're watching this right now, I miss you, man. I wish you were with the Jets. I hate how you left us. You're a good dude.
Another thing I wanted to mention, we had a great matchup between wide receiver and cornerback Jackson Smith-Njigba against J.C. Horn, man. 2 elite players at their position. JSN was kind of quiet in this game, even though he had some big catches. He had some big catches that kind of helped him.
Yeah, he did have big catches.
But he was kind of 72 yards for him. I think it's kind of low, especially for him. And no touchdowns today. In a clutch.
He should get the MVP. He really should get the MVP. He's not going to because the MVP award is strictly for quarterbacks. Yeah. And I still think it's either going to be Stafford or Drake May that wins it. But
they're probably going to give it to Drake May, in my opinion.
They should give it to Jackson Smith-Njigba. He is the best receiver in 2025.
Some of the
Not
catches I
saying
saw
it's
him make, it was
yeah.
incredible. He had one
I'm not
going out
gonna
of bounds. He stayed in bounds, and
yeah.
what's his name? Sam Darnold was basically holding on for dear life. He was about to get sacked. He just flinged it. I thought it was gonna be out of bounds. Smith-Njigba was able to grab it, pull it in. I'm like, yo, this guy is special. Only him and Puka I really see do that on a consistent basis.
Yeah. Justin Jefferson, you could probably
Well,
throw
Justin
his name
Jefferson
on
too.
there.
Yeah, forget him. Yeah, Jamar
Jamar
Chase.
Chase
Those
is
are like
on
the
the
four
list.
guys, and Amon-Ra, St. Brown.
Yeah, yeah.
The wide receiver position is loaded in the NFL.
Yeah. And Garrett Wilson, you gotta throw his name in there when he's healthy, because that dude has made some unbelievable catches. And I miss you, Garrett. I miss you, pal.
Also, the other
But
changing point of this game I wanted to mention was Horn had a face mask call when the Panthers were gaining momentum. Oh, that killed the whole momentum in the arena. It was a death blow, silence, because the arena was rocking and the defense was gaining momentum, and the Panthers looked like they were gaining momentum on their side because at that point, Stafford he lost the play clock. He seems to have lost what time it was on the play clock, and then they had to delay a game. And then I think he got sacked on the previous play before that or something like that. So,
yeah.
Darnold, excuse me, not Stafford. Yeah. So at that point, I'm like, man, if the Panthers could get a stop here and they come back offensive, they can come back and tie this game. But then Horn has to grab JSN on the face mask.
Yeah.
And that was a death blow right there. When the Seahawks
You wanna know
scored,
what else
they're
is
not coming back.
You don't know what else is a death blow too? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, we mentioned this. I do want to mention the Buccaneers Dolphins game because we did mention Carolina. Tampa sucks. It's clear Tampa.
Oh, they're done.
They're cooked. Yes, they play Carolina next week, but even if they do win and make the playoffs, I don't see them going far in the Super Bowl. I don't. And here's the worst part too. Like, I don't think it's an offensive issue. You allowed Quinn Ewers to throw 2 touchdowns in this game, and he was awful last week. How do you do that? And I gotta tell you, Tampa, if you're smart, you utilize the running game for Carolina, because Carolina's run defense has been very lackluster, and I don't know what they were doing with the run game against Miami. I mean, they only gave 9 carries to Bucky Irving. Whatever happened to Rashad White? I mean, he's barely been utilized. And you got to utilize the running game more. Because, look, he's still a good quarterback. It's just the problem is he's clearly hurt. Remember that, like, pec or shoulder injury he had earlier?
He's been hurt the last few weeks, man. Like the last 5-6 weeks.
He's clearly hurt.
He has not been the same since.
Yeah, and where the heck is Emeka Ibuka? I mean, he only had like 3 catches today, but he's like, ever since this losing streak's been going on for Tampa, he's just been very lackluster. Like, what happened to him? I get Mike Evans is back and Chris Godwin's back, but like, I don't know what happened to him.
This is why you need some luck in the NFL when it comes to injuries and guys being hurt and out, because you lose kind of building that continuity and that camaraderie and chemistry with each other. Because, man, when someone's out for a long time and then, Baker's hurt, it just adds up, man. And then we've seen it. And then once you have guys out and then Baker's hurt and you guys are losing and you're losing to teams you shouldn't be losing to, that's going to hurt your confidence inside the locker room. You're like, man, are we actually even good or not? Like, you should not be losing to the Dolphins.
Yeah.
A dysfunctional franchise as them.
Yeah, and the worst part is, and I still think if it were me, Mike McDaniel would not be back coaching this team. But with all these wins, I wouldn't be shocked if they kept him so that they could fire him next year, because I don't see him as a head coach. I see him more as an offensive coordinator. I just don't see it with him. I would clean house everybody. And Tua's absolutely gone this offseason. Like, I know he has the $99 million dead cap or whatever, but
if they bench Tua for Quinn Ewers, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. He's gone.
He's gone. I'll be shocked if he's back next season.
I would love Tua to come play for the Jets, because I want my team to get 2 quarterbacks. I would love Tua to come play here.
Yeah, you guys could use at least him. He's not a star, but he's at least a solid starter.
Yeah, and yes, he has and who knows if he'll even continue to play with his concussion issues too. But
yeah,
I don't know. But the point is, Tua's done. You already fired the GM. Get rid of the coach too. Clean house. Purge all pieces and restart from scratch. I'll tell you a team who has had really bad luck too, and I think you'll agree with me, DJ. The Colts.
Buffalo Bills.
and the
Oh, the
Buffalo
Colts.
Bills. But
Yeah.
the Colts, that's a team that's had such bad luck with the quarterback, man. With
Yeah.
Jones going down, Anthony Richardson being one of the biggest busts in football, getting hurt on a waistband or whatever, like hitting his eye socket or whatever. They have to go to Old Man Rivers to
He might.
basically play.
I think he's retiring again.
Yeah, pretty much. But they
I'm
had
not
to go to.
coming back at 45 trying to get hit in the NFL. Hell no.
Yeah, I already got 5 more years of insurance for my family. That's all I came in. No, I'm just kidding. He probably. You all know what I think? I think he came back because the way he ended his football career during the pandemic, he never got to end it on a big crowd. And I think that's one of the few reasons why he joined.
I feel like he'll be more fulfilled now in retirement.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, the conspiracy theory of why he joined was just to get the extra 5 more years of insurance. I think he really wanted to get that closure.
I saw a rumor saying so he gets when he gets into the Hall of Fame, his first ballot is no tough competition. That's what I saw.
That is
That's what I saw. That's what I saw. I thought Hall of
that
Fame.
is true.
I
That
was
is
like,
true.
oh, who's this competition again? Oh wait.
I mean, yeah, unless Stafford decides to choose to hang it up, which I don't think he will. I don't see any competition. Or Flacco. You got to throw Flacco in there because he did win a Super Bowl and he was the Super Bowl MVP. But
yeah, no, definitely.
I think it's more of a closure thing. Either the closure thing or to get more insurance for his big family. But I think it's more the closure.
It just sucks for the Colts because, man, if Dan Jones didn't get injured, this story would be so different.
Oh man, yeah. I
the way they were playing.
I wonder what's going to happen with him. Like, if the Colts are going to sign him to a cheaper deal. But hey, worse for worse, if they can't get him to come by, you could use that first round pick to maybe draft a quarterback to develop for the future. Oh wait, you don't have that. The Jets do. Okay, enough of me memeing. But let me just say this. That Ahmad Sauce Gardner trade, and he got hurt again today, too. Like, he got hurt and taken out. That trade is going to set the Colts back years because they don't have a quarterback of the future on this team. They're probably going to have to use one of their second round pick to take their next quarterback. Because I don't see you entering this season with Anthony Richardson and Riley Leonard as your quarterbacks. Like, that trade is going to set the Colts back years. And, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, do you think Ballard's gone this offseason, like this Black Monday?
Black Monday? This Black
Monday?
Yeah,
that's basically on Monday where all the coaches and all the GMs get fired after the season. We should do a special recording of all the Black Monday firings and, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Ballard. I mean, Ballard is who again? You said the Colts?
The GM, Chris Ballard. Chris Ballard, the Colts GM. He's been there for 9 years and only made the playoffs like twice.
When you draft Anthony Richardson, that ain't gonna look good either.
Yeah, and I called that out day one. The biggest mistake that kid ever made was declaring when he did, because he was so raw. Like, you could hear Gordon Ramsay in the UK right now for how raw he was. He should have stayed in college, get extra experience, and he probably would be in a better spot right now.
Well, at least he drafted Jonathan Taylor.
He did.
At least he did one good thing there. That's the right thing he did right there. And Tyler Warren. So
extend Jonathan Taylor too.
Yeah, at least he's done a few good things. I think they'll keep him, man. I think because even though he did draft Anthony Richardson, I mean, you did get unfortunate injuries to Jones when you guys were dominating the NFL.
I feel like the coach. I feel like the coach is more safe than the GM because the GM's been there longer. You're about to end. Like, it's year 9. And the fact that you only have had 2 years to make the playoffs, that's unacceptable for 9 years. I don't know, but we'll see. Are we going to record something for Black Monday? Because I'm open for it.
I don't know about that, but
maybe how about when we recap the playoffs, we'll do our Black Monday thing or something.
But what about the Jaguars, man? We can't just negate them, man. They've been on a tear lately. It's time to give Trevor Lawrence his respect, man. I feel like the narrative on him is shifting.
Well, it's because of that and the coaching. I think him and Liam Cohen, even though they had the disagreements earlier, it was clearly growing pains, but I mean, even though he didn't throw a touchdown in this game, he's played very, very well. And I'm happy for him. And I'm not just saying that because the Jaguars are my number 2 team.
I have a interesting thing I saw Adam Schefter posted on Twitter. So Jaguars head coach Liam Cohen is now the only first-year head coach in NFL history to win 12-plus games after taking over a team that had 4 or fewer wins in the prior season. That is a difference maker right there. That's how you change a team. That's how you lead a group of men. And that's how you catapult a franchise. Something your Jets need right there.
I need a new owner. That's what I need.
That too. That too.
No, but on a serious note, this is why you fire Trent Baalke when you do. Because that dude, I don't know how he got a second NFL job as a GM, if you remember his time as the general manager in San Francisco. That's when, in 2015, when they went to the Super Bowl in the aftermath, like everyone either retired or wanted no part of this team, and he did absolutely nothing except for sign Torrey Smith to go deep. That's all he did. But Liam Cohen, man, that so far so good with his coaching tenure. I still think that Brian Johnson on the Bears is the better hire, but Cohen's done a really good job right now. He really has.
Oh, definitely. Do you want to talk about, before we get into Bills Eagles, because those are games with playoff implications, do you want to just talk about some of the Christmas games you saw quickly? We don't have to go too deep because those teams are pretty done.
First off, Christmas games absolutely terrible.
Yeah, I was not watching no football on Christmas. Sorry, y'all. I was watching NBA.
Yeah, you got to see the Knicks and Tyler Klopnik, or what was his name?
Kolek.
That dude's a player. Yeah. I watched, like, the games were so boring. I was watching him play. That I know we're talking football here, but that kid, if you develop him, I'm not going to say he's a part of the big 3 because you really only need 3 players, but he could be one of
Westchester Nick.
Yep, he could be one of your depth pieces to really
off the bench
push yourself. Yeah,
get some clutch trays.
Yeah, he looks like a player. He looks like a player. But although they still have their big 3 in Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, and Josh Hart, that's their big 3. But I'm sorry. Let's go back to football
as we digress.
Yeah. Dallas, Washington, who cares? Dallas
30-23, Dallas won,
Yeah,
who cares? Detroit getting eliminated from the playoffs, man, that was not on my bucket list this year. That was the big one. Yeah. That was like, damn, that shocked me. I'm like, this was a team. Oh, I know injuries have decimated this team, like I mentioned last week.
And the defense has not been up to par. Yeah. Even though I love their defensive coordinator, Shepard, I think he's a really good defensive coordinator. It's just didn't really jive well for this Lions team. I don't think the drafting has really been all that great for Detroit the last 2 years. Like, hold on, I gotta pull up their drafting. Like, their drafting
for a team that's so dominant offensively, they're 3rd in scoring in the league, almost 29 points per game, just a shade under. They only had 10 points against the Vikings. 10 points you score against the Vikings?
Yeah, well,
all the talent you have and weapons you got? Come on.
The difference is Brian Flores is I don't care what anyone says, Brian Flores should be a defensive head coach this year. But I want to read you the last 2 years of the drafting for the Detroit Lions, and it's not been good. It really has not. So this year they drafted Tyleik Williams, the defensive tackle out of Ohio State. Tate Ratledge, who was the guard from Georgia. He hasn't been doing much. Isaiah Tesla catches more touchdowns. Like, that dude just catches touchdowns and does nothing. Miles Frazier, who? Ahmed Hassan, or whatever his name is, the defensive end from Boise State. Who? Dan Jackson, the defensive back from Georgia. Who? Dominic Levet, the receiver they took in the 7th round. Who? Mm-hmm. So, there's been a lot of misses this year. So, I get it's year 1, but there's a lot of misses. I mean, the only player that has potential is Tesla, and they don't use him right. The next
year, how you expect him to really develop and be more integrated into your offense if you're not giving him the reps to get better?
Yeah, exactly. And 2024's draft class is like they drafted Teron Arnold, who's a great player, even though he just tore his Achilles. I mean, we'll see if he'll be back to the way he was.
Worst injury, man. I would say that and like a torn rotator cuff, like up there.
torn ACLs up
Torn
there.
ACLs up there too.
Neck, back injuries are no joke either.
Yeah.
Ennis Rackstraw, the defensive back from Missouri, he hasn't really done much. Giovanni Manu, who's a tackle, I can't remember him. Sione Vaki, who was originally drafted as a safety, but they switched him to running back, if I remember correctly. They switched him from safety to running back or running back to safety. It hasn't really worked out for him. Mekhi Wingo, the defensive tackle from Louisiana State they took. Christian Mahogany, the guard from Boston College that they also took. That's their last 2 years of draft class. The only player that's really played consistently well is Terrion Arnold. Isaiah Tesla will see. Like I said, I don't know. But these last 2 years of drafting for Detroit have not been good at all.
Very underwhelming for all the talent they have on their team too.
Yeah, it really is not good at all. And this is the year they got to get their drafting in order. This year needs to be a wake-up call. And for those saying, they should fire Brian Holmes and Campbell, never fire those two. Because
Dan Campbell's a great coach to me. I think it's
exactly. It's their draft.
And then the injury too.
Yeah, I wouldn't fire Holmes either because I learned my lesson with Rex and Tannenbaum. They should have never fired those two. I feel like if you fire both these two, that would be a tremendous mistake.
The city will hate you.
Yeah, the city will hate you. I would not do that. But I think a big reason, and this doesn't get talked about, I think it's the drafting as to why this team has kind of fallen apart. And yes, the injuries too, but the last 2 years of drafting haven't been good. They haven't. I'm sorry. Hate to break it to you.
If even just like 2 or 3 of those guys could just turn it around, this team could be a Super Bowl contender. Like, legit. Like, if they could have some of those guys just become impactful players. So, no.
I mean, yeah, I don't know what to say with them. I really don't. And look, there's still potential there. I'm not calling these guys busts. I mean, sometimes it takes a while for players to develop. But the last 2 years of drafting haven't been good, and the developmentation of them hasn't really been good either. Yeah. And yes, before people say Tate Ragland is graded as one of the top graded guards in football, 22 out of 78. But here's the thing. PFF grades are very flawed. And they should be taken with a gigantic fistful of salt sometimes. Unbelievable. I mean, that wasn't really
the 10 points they scored was the second lowest for them all season. The only other game they scored lower than that was the single-digit game against the Eagles on November 16th.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yep.
It's very unfortunate, man, what's going on in Detroit. I really thought this team coming in was going to win the division. Either them or the Packers.
And it also doesn't help, too, that they lost their coordinators, too, and Johnson, who's been phenomenal, and Aaron Glenn, who shouldn't be a head coach right now, but he's a defensive coordinator. I
feel like that's kind of why their defense took a step back, because he's not there as their DC anymore.
I kind of like Shepard, though. Shepard's done okay.
Okay.
I think.
Because that was my biggest worry about Glenn leaving. I'm like, their defense might take a little bit of a dip.
Yeah. And we'll continue with the Christmas schemes. Broncos, Chiefs, who cares?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. I didn't watch that. And then the Chiefs are done.
Who is this guy at quarterback? How do you say his name?
I don't even know his name. Chris Oladokin?
Yeah, I think that's how he says it. Whatever his name is, it doesn't matter. He stinks.
Yeah.
That dude,
Thank God your guy, the greatest 6th-round quarterback in your eyes, Gardner Minshew, didn't tear his ACL. He got lucky.
I know. They're going to need it. I mean, if they started him in week 1, like if they started Gardner Minshew as the week 1 starter, they'd probably be in a much better place right now. That's how good Minshew. Okay, I'll stop now. I can see the eyes. He's giving me.
On the podcast. He's like, what? Or Mahomes? I'm like, what?
DJ, you're giving me. DJ, you were giving me the "I'm gonna kill you if you keep this up" eyes. You know, like you're dead eyes.
I was about to end the podcast right there. I'm like, what are you talking about?
No, listen. I love Gardner Minshew. He looks like Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite. In my heart, he's one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time in this league. That, and there's one other quarterback that I love better.
What are you talking about?
Nick Mullins. Sound familiar?
Played for the Niners, I believe.
Yes. I think he's still playing now. Where does he play again? Let me go into Bing real quick. But point is, Nick Mullins. Doesn't that sound a little familiar?
Yeah.
To a certain co-host on your
I think
show.
you mentioned that a few weeks back. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the backup in Jacksonville. Even better. I'm playing for my
Jacksonville's been
number 2
balling this
team
year.
right now. I am playing for my number 2 team right now.
Hey, we'll see how far the Jags go in the playoffs because they've been on a hot streak. So hopefully they keep it up in the postseason. You know what other team's been on a hot streak? Speaking of hot streaks, the Houston Texans defeating the Chargers 20-16 yesterday. They're now riding, what, a 5-6 game win streak. They clinched their place in the playoffs now, I believe, after eight straight wins for them, excuse me. Let me not short sell them. 8 straight wins, and they defeat the Chargers yesterday to clinch a playoff position. What a turnaround for the Texans, man. To start the season, they were, 0-3 or something like that? It was bad.
Yep, very bad. I still love D'Amico Ryans. I think he's really, really, he's an underrated coach in this league. And he did a really good job with this defense. He's a defensive-minded coach. This defense is one of the major reasons why the Texans are winning games.
Suffocating defense.
Yeah. And I watched the Texans-Chargers game. The Chargers did not come to play at all. I get the game was close 20-16, but the Texans, their offensive line still has problems. The Chargers' offensive line is brutal, too. I completely forgot Bobby Hart's still in the NFL as a tackle. How does he keep getting jobs?
No clue.
But, yeah, the point is, this Texans defense is really, really good. And I gotta say as well, C.J. Stroud has been hit or miss this year, more miss than hit, but he did what he had to in the first quarter to, keep it going. I just wish the Texans had an offensive line for him. But yeah, They made the playoffs. Good for them. They deserve it. Yeah, good for him.
I'm about to look at so they're in the AFC, so they're the 5th seed right now.
That is correct.
Chargers are 6th seed. They have the same record, 11-5. Bills are 7th seed. So in order with the AFC right now, for those who are going to be listening, Denver Broncos and AFC are number 1. Patriots number 2. They just clinched the AFC East Division. First time since 2019 they won the division when Tom Brady was the quarterback for them. So shout out to the Patriots, man. We're going to get into the Bills who lost today, which helped them clinch the division. Jaguars 12-4. They're number 3 seed. I think that's the first time they won their division in a while too, if I'm not mistaken.
Was it the Saxonville year that they won their division?
Because I know it wasn't too long ago. I don't know the exact year.
I think it was Saxonville. Was it the Saxonville year?
Last time. Because I know, and then number 4, we got the Steelers. And
the Steelers suck. The Steelers suck.
Yeah.
They're a terrible team.
Yeah, no, that is true. So last time Jaguars won the division was in 2022. So not too long ago, a few years ago.
That was Doug Peterson's first year.
Yeah, so not too long ago, they won the division. And then we have the Steelers at 4. Yeah, to me, they're a wild card exit. We'll see if they even make the playoffs because it's a make or break game. Ravens or Steelers next week.
I hope there's a way that the Ravens and the Steelers don't make the playoffs because both teams are terrible.
Yeah, they're both getting bounced down the wild card.
By the way, Mike Tomlin claims in the press conference, I said this to you before we recorded, I don't think that we played poorly. We just didn't make enough plays. So you played poorly then.
Oh, man. The irony.
No, we just need more high-end talent to buy us out of this nonsense. Unbelievable.
And it doesn't help that DK Metcalf got suspended. He's been suspended, so they didn't have.
He's an idiot too.
Yeah.
He's an idiot. What? Look, I get the fan was probably going after you, but why are you going after him to punch him? And why are you lying as to why you punched him too? You heard about that too. He lied about why he did it. He claimed the fan he basically played the race card. And after footage was seen, like close-up footage, that was a lie. So clearly there was a history of this fan going after him who was saying his government name, which, by the way, I don't understand why he's in the wrong. He said your government name. What's the problem with that? I do that all the time with musicians, especially with Jaquez. It's not stupid. I mean, like with Jaquez Webster, you know? I say that with him all the time. You know who Jaquez Webster is, right?
Never heard of him.
Travis Scott.
Oh.
That's his government name. You know, like, I don't understand why people have a problem with their government names. It's on your birth certificate.
Yeah, I meant stupid as in Metcalf. You didn't have to react like that because, man, you just cost yourself $500,000.
Yeah, and his guarantees.
5,000. Like, come on, man. You should know how to control your emotions as a grown man. Shouldn't be doing stupid things like that. And then you cost your team. Even though I think the Steelers should be able to beat the Browns, but they're not that good, like we always say. They're a mid team at best.
Yeah, I don't even think they are a mid team, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm shocked they even got 9 wins, honestly.
Yeah, well, I don't know how they did either. That team is so fraudulent, and they better hope that TJ Watt comes back. And I think the Steelers were like more. They care more about not having Myles Garrett get the sack record. They cared more about that than winning this game. They played like it.
Yeah. He's been trying to get that sack right. I don't know if he's gonna get it, man. He's been trying to get it
next week. He'll get it next week.
So. I really hope so, because I would love to see him get it.
Who are the Cleveland Browns going to lose to next week?
What are they going to lose to next week? I have to look at the schedule. Hold up.
And they're facing the Bengals. He should get it. He should get it. And by the way, Shador was terrible in this game.
Yeah, you mentioned it earlier. I mean, you know who wasn't terrible in their game, though? Even though his team has been battered by injuries? King Henry! 41-24 beating the Green Bay Packers. Baltimore Ravens defeating them.
Harbaugh, this is why you use Derrick Henry in games.
Man, 216 rushing yards on 36 carries, 4 touchdowns. He becomes the 4th running back, moved to number 4 all-time in rushing touchdowns, and he cracked top 10 in career rushing yards, man. Anyone who had him on fantasy yesterday, I know y'all won some money. I know that for sure. And he also became the highest running back with the most 200 rushing yard games ever. So, shout out to King Henry, man. What a dominant performance. To me, he's the Shaq of running backs. You can't stop. I saw some of the plays, some of the highlights. I saw the stiff arm he did. He moved the guy. I said, grown men, he's moving like that. He's moving grown, strong, athletic men to the ground, pushing them. The way he's able to find the gap in the hole. Man, able to jet out from the backfield. And the way he just powers and propels himself and poses his will, it's incredible. He can power his way through 2, 3, 4 defenders. This is why he's one of the best in the league. And he's 32, and he takes such great care of his body. It's a testament to his greatness, man. I really hope he can get to a situation where he has a legit chance to win a Super Bowl, because he deserves it.
Yeah, he's like one of the few placers I will allow to ring chase in this league.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
He's for real one of the greatest running backs we've ever seen.
Ever seen. No doubt about it. I mean, to me, the greatest running back I've ever seen play, I wasn't alive back in the day to see this guy play, but one of the greatest running backs that I've ever seen play was Frank Gore. That dude, not only with his longevity, he's up there. Adrian Peterson's a piece of work off the field, but on the field, he was amazing too. I really wish I still think the greatest running back ever played. Yeah, Emmitt Smith had the stats and the record. Barry Sanders is the greatest running back that I think's ever played the sport.
Barry Sanders running back. Discussed. Eric Campbell was a monster too.
Yep, Walter Payton, Mr. Sweetness.
Jim Brown.
Jim Brown. Can't forget. I mean,
Jim Brown, legend.
Yeah. Another running back that I think was really good too. What's his name? I mean, he's kind of persona non grata in football. O.J. Simpson was a good running back.
Yeah, he was.
Tainted legacy forever, because he because of the murders. And yes, OJ did commit the murders. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Oh, he did it. I mean, let's just throw that out there. He did it.
That went so left field.
What do you mean it's so left field? We were talking about
man.
OJ Simpson.
Yeah, true.
And again, yeah, he did it.
Yeah. But
yeah,
King Henry, man, you gotta put the crown on him. He is the best running back in the league this year, arguably.
What is he in the record for most rushing yards in his career? Because I think he's in the top 10, right?
Yeah, he moved into the top 10 all time yesterday.
Yeah, that dude's amazing.
And someone did mention he has the most 200 rushing yard games ever for a running back.
Yeah. But a little talk on the Packers here as well. Malik Willis is getting paid this offseason.
I feel so bad. He was playing so great, and then I saw his shoulder. I said, no. I said, oh, his shoulder went out.
And then when Clayton Tune came in, I'm like, it's over.
that interception on the first play wasn't even his fault.
Oh my God.
The receiver freaking dropped the ball.
Disconnected. Like his controller dropped the ball.
Sometimes I feel like it's so scripted. Every time a backup quarterback comes in or the third string, they come in first play, and it's like, we're trying to save the day. And it's interception all the time. Every time I've seen it too many times this season, man. Too many times. It's hilarious.
Yeah. It's sort of like, how the Ravens handle Mark Andrews. Why did they sign this guy to an extension again?
If you're the Ravens now, do you play Jackson if he's ready to go next week, or do you play Huntley?
Well,
if I'm them,
I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, back injuries are no joke. And
if I'm them, I'm not playing Jackson.
Yeah, to be honest, like Tyler Snoop Huntley, like he only had like 107 passing yards, but I mean, it's all or nothing here. But even when Lamar played, he didn't really play well. And he's fear
battered this year with injuries.
Yeah, I do fear for that man long term because of the way he plays, and Josh Allen too, with the way he plays as well, with him being a mobile quarterback. Like, injuries are going to catch up with him. I mean, look at Cam Newton. That dude was on top of the world as one of the best quarterbacks, and then ever since like his arm turned into marshmallow cream with how bad the injuries were, and then he became a piece of work with the way he was acting, with his attitude. He never was the same quarterback.
Never.
And I fear that could happen with Lamar, like with all the injuries, and to Josh Allen, like players who play these more mobile, like as a more mobile quarterbacks, like even when Michael Vick came in, like Vick was one of the greatest players before, the hamstring injuries came in and it was over for him there. He I don't know, like I worry about Lamar long term. And before people ask me, no, I do not want to trade for Lamar Jackson.
Definitely. So I want to get into the Bills-Eagles game, but I'm just going to quickly mention the scores of the other games because they don't really matter. Saints-Titans. Saints win 34-26. Don't really care for those games.
Who cares?
And then Bengals defeated the Cardinals 37-14. Those teams are already out the playoffs, so I don't really want to waste time on there.
I mean, how many times do we got to give excuses to Jonathan Gannon, man? I mean, like, I get, like, you got Jacoby Brissett as your quarterback and everything's not going well, but you allowed 37 points to the freaking Bengals. And the Bengals couldn't tackle anybody on the 14 points you did score. What is it really to say there?
Oh, I have no clue. And then we have the Giants defeat the Raiders 34-10. Now the Raiders have a better chance to get number one pick now. The only thing I want to mention with there is the tank thing now, because Raiders have second best chance to get number one pick.
Yeah, they have an 80% chance to get the first. It would be higher if they didn't have to face a third string quarterback the next week.
And the team in first place this year is who? It's I forgot who again. It wasn't the Jets.
The Raiders have the best chance. The Giants, I think, have the. What was it?
The Giants won, so the Raiders have the second best chance.
The Jets have the Raiders have an 80% chance to get the first overall.
So they have the highest chance?
Yeah, I think the Giants have the second highest chance, and then the Jets have the third highest chance.
Yeah, because that game was basically a battle of the who wants number one pick.
Pretty much.
That's pretty much what it was.
Pretty much. I mean, the Jets still have an opportunity to get the first overall pick, and to be honest, I don't care where they pick. Just win next week. Beat the Buffalo Bills. I want to win. I don't want to. I don't care where they pick. I want to win.
That's true. And speaking of a team that wanted to win, but they didn't today, is the Buffalo Bills, man. They lost today 1 point, 13-12 to the Eagles at home. Inclement weather conditions. That rain was downpouring. I was watching that game. I was like, man, they couldn't really throw any yards through the air because Josh Allen was able to have his precision on the football. Man, this Eagles team, that defense was suffocating on the Bills offense. And this is a Bills offense. Their rushing offense is one of the best in the league. They were held to this 120 rushing yards today. And this is a top 5 rushing offense with James Cook, one of the best running backs in the league. And I saw some of those plays. I said, Josh Allen, he did get hurt. I don't know if anybody saw, but he was wincing on that when he got sacked on one of those plays. He was wincing on the ground because he hurt his ankle last week, and then he got sacked on, and they stepped on his ankle again, and then you could tell he was hobbled when I saw some of those rushes when he's trying to scramble out the pocket. He was not his usual explosive self. He didn't have the same elusiveness.
Allen and Hurts, I think, are hurt too.
Yeah.
I don't understand these Eagle fans that are out there saying, "Oh, the Eagles should fire their head coach." Blah 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 blah. You just won the Super Bowl last year, and the only reason why Doug Peterson got fired was because the locker room was angry that he chose to tank. But this was I feel like the game would have been better if the weather were held up. But
heartbreaking loss for the Bills, man. This shows football's a game of inches. Josh Allen was just an inch short of getting into the end zone on that one rushing score.
And if
that ball was able to just get him from getting into the red zone, that would have gave them what? They would have tied the game right there, and there still would have been more time on the clock.
Yep, and they had Brandon Cooks, who's ring chasing, by the way. Seriously, he's ring chasing. Brandon Cooks is ring chasing on this team, but they had Brandon Cooks played pretty well.
He had that big catch to get them into the red zone just to even get them a chance to even come tie the game. And then, unfortunately, Josh Allen overthrew Shakir on that conversion attempt. I'm like, damn it. And he knew it, too. You saw it when they zoomed in on him. Like, he expressed the emotion, his frustration. He knew he had him. He knew that was on him.
You know what I would do if I'm Buffalo? I would ensure health. Rest your guys week 18.
Yeah, I don't think – now you have no shot again in the AFC East now, the number 1 seed.
Yeah, play your backups. Yeah, play your backups. Put Trubisky in at quarterback, even though Trubisky stinks, against the Jets. I mean, the Jets have third stringers playing right now. You'll take care of business there. Like, ensure health. If you want to play your starters for a few drives, okay, fine. Do not play them the whole game. Ensure health for the playoffs. Because I don't care what anyone says, this is it. This is it. If you can't do it this year, no Mahomes, likely no Lamar, no Joe Burrow. If you can't do it this year, you're never going to do it.
Honestly, I wouldn't even play Josh Allen next week because the way he was wincing and
I agree.
I would sit him out. There's no point. You're not going to get the number 1 seed with a win in the AFC East. That the Patriots already got that clinched up. They got that locked up. So there's no point in even coming and playing your starters. I would just play the backups, rest your starters for at least give them an extra week of rest, ice them up, look at the game film, prepare for your matchup in the playoffs, and that's how I would do it. Especially when I saw my quarterback wincing and hobbling on the field, and he obviously did not look like himself near the end of the game. It would be a stupid decision if you play your starters, and then he gets hurt even more, and then you have the playoffs the next. Like, nah, I would just rest my starters.
Yeah. Yep, 100%. Oh my goodness, this Bears 49ers game's now 21-21. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I'm watching both games at the same time.
That's all the games. You say you wanted to talk about something before we close the show?
Yeah.
Game update, the Bears and 49ers tied 21 apiece.
Yep. I mean, I wanted to bring this up with you because you're the basketball guy, and my basketball team's still a disgrace. But
how long you been saying that now?
I mean, seriously, they really are. I want to win basketball games. I want to make the playoffs.
Were what? Darren Davis and Kimbo Walker?
Yeah.
Punitive guards?
And the worst part that organization did was lowball Kemba for Terry Rozier.
And that didn't turn out well.
Nope. But hey, the Pete Rose Betting Association will always be there for
Prevail.
these players. No, but
Oh,
on
man.
serious note here, I want to talk to you about something that's kind of been bugging me a little bit, and I've noticed. So we have these NBA players already drafted, already gone through the system. Trentyn Flowers from the Chicago Bulls is one. James Nnaji as well. They're going back to college to play basketball there. They've been drafted in the NBA and developed.
Right.
Heck, Flowers has NBA stats. He's played in games. Why are they allowing these guys who are now in the majors to play in college basketball? I don't understand it. Why are we like look, I don't understand why they're allowing this. Like you don't see like people in hockey like all the time. There's players that play in college as well before they go into the minors and then the majors. Why you don't see anyone from the majors basically going to play in college hockey? Why is the NBA allowing this to happen? I don't get it.
Even Tom Izzo, the Michigan State head coach, a legendary Hall of Fame coach, he even mentioned how his disgust about this as well. Because he's like, man, now we're talking about guys. I'm quoting him right now. So now we're taking guys that were drafted in the NBA and everything. This is something from the Detroit Free Press. And now I'm paraphrasing. He's basically talking about it's shame on the NCAA, shame on the coaches that we're having grown men who have played professional minutes come back. And in my opinion, I hate this. NIL, it changed the whole collegiate landscape. NIL, I don't mind the kids getting paid. I'm fine with that. But this is taking it too far because now you're taking a roster spot that especially if they're a person that is within age, they're going to say, oh, this guy could probably come back. He played professional, but he could play multiple years in college. Now you're taking away scholarships for young high school worthy athletes who are trying to get an education and also improve their prospects of potentially going to play in pro one day. You're taking a roster spot from a younger person who's actually of age and college age. And I just think it's not right. NCAA,
And
they need to do something about this.
Yeah, the worst part is it's not just college basketball too. Many people
Football, every sport.
remember, it's all sports, but remember golf when J.R. Smith, who's another winner, another one I don't like, goes back to college and he plays basically college golf.
Yeah. He had a whole NBA pro career, and
you're allowing this man to play college golf.
Yeah. Literally had a
Stealing
whole
a
NBA
roster
career
spot from a young
retired player. It's crazy, man. It's crazy times we're living in, man, in this world.
I
really
don't understand it. I really don't.
I never thought I would see this ever. When I was younger, I would have never imagined. Yeah. Well, college athletes getting paid, I could have seen it, but allowing former pro athletes who played pro minutes already and been drafted coming to play college, I would never have envisioned that.
Yeah. And here's another thing too. This is not on the universities taking the opportunity to get these players. Because if I had the opportunity to get an NBA player to play on my collegiate team, I would do that in a heartbeat. I don't blame the universities for doing it. I feel bad for the younger players getting their roster spots taken away. And I just don't know how fair it is to allow this type. But again, I don't blame the university. I blame the NCAA for it.
You need to do something. And you're not even just talking about guys who played pro and coming back. You're talking about the transfer portal too. You have 25, 26-year-olds, 27 who are still in college somehow, and they're just transferring in all this eligibility. I'm like, can these guys graduate and get in the real world now? Because they're trying to capitalize on NIL money because they know they're not good enough to play in the NBA. With NIL now, that's changed so much stuff.
Look at what happened with Stetson Bennett, dude. That dude was like in college football for so many years. Like he was in Georgia. He entered Georgia in 2017 and left in 2023.
Wow.
I don't understand it.
I'm trying to see who's the oldest college basketball player currently. Bethia. He's 29 years old for Green Bay College. He played 5 years at Navy, And prior to that, he was in junior college play. You're telling me a damn near 30-year-old is playing college basketball still? Bro, what are we doing, NCAA? This guy's older than me. I'm 25. This guy's 5 years older than me, still playing college. I've been out of college for 3 years. What are we doing now? Seriously. Man, unbelievable. Unbelievable. But yeah, looks like Nick froze, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, if you guys are watching up to this point and listening, make sure you guys subscribe to the DJ Sports Show. Share anybody you know who loves sports. And listen to audio platforms we're on, leave a 5-star rating, and share anybody you know. This has been a great episode of the DJ Sports Show.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, DJ.
Oh, no, you're good.
I don't know what happened there. Riverside is being a pain in the neck as always.
Yeah.
I don't really understand this whole stuff with college basketball and how this is just being allowed. But I want to pose another
older
question
than
to
us
you.
Still playing college basketball. I'm like, are you serious?
This now poses the question of, if these guys have been in the NBA for, like, as veterans, are they allowed to join the NCAA to play college basketball if they get the offer to? Like, I don't know. Like, because you sign.
I saw a Reddit thread. They joked around and said Steph Curry and LeBron James should F around and just go.
That would be something LeBron absolutely would do, by the way. He would absolutely do that with one.
Yeah, might as well just throw Steph and LeBron at this point, since freaking the 29-year-old can just go back to like college basketball.
Yeah. Well, Steph's going to Charlotte. He's never going to do that. He'll retire a Charlotte Hornet. But LeBron would be someone who would absolutely do that.
Yeah.
But there's going to be a point. There really is going to be a point where it's all just going to come crashing down for the NCAA, and I really hope they have a plan for it.
This is a breaking point. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah. And again, I don't blame the universities for this. I blame the NCAA for it.
Yeah, definitely. But
because if you're a division, I'm sorry, I hate to interrupt you for this. I know I'm getting a fine, and I know I'm getting a fine coming. But if you're a Division 3 or Division 2 school, or if you get a chance to get an NBA player, which I don't know why they would go to D2 or D3. I'm just using this as an example. You would take that 1,000%. You would be stupid to not have an offer to get an NBA player in here. Yeah, unbelievable.
Interesting. Nick, it's been a great episode with you. Tell people where they can find you, man.
You can find me everywhere and anywhere on Total Apex. I'm just kidding. I love joking with you. Total Apex Sports is where I normally write on. You can find me on X. You can find me on LinkedIn. You can find me on Facebook. Yeah, I'll be out and about. I'm gonna be more active in 2026. It's one of my New Year's resolution. Got to get one of those out there. Put some goals out. I recommend you do the same. But yeah, you can find me there.
Yeah. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you know where to find me. DJ Sports Show on TikTok and Instagram. DJ Hamilton 23 on Instagram as well, and on Twitter. Follow me subscribe on YouTube. Follow me on the audio platforms. Leave a rating. Share anybody know who loves sports. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's been another great episode here on the DJ Sports Show, talking football and then some NIL stuff for college basketball, the craziness going on. Make sure you guys continue to be great to your loved ones as we approach the new year. Have some New Year's resolutions. Have some goals. Going to 2026. It's crazy. The 21st century has already been a quarter century now. 25 years exactly. That's wild to me.
And we're entering the 250-year birthday of the good old USA.
Oh yeah, July 4th, 2026 should be a party.
Did you hear what New York's doing, by the way? You know how they have the New Year's ball drop? That always happens in New Year's. They're doing that on July 4th for the 250th birthday of America. They're basically going to have the July 4th ball drop.
You know what they should do instead? Double the wages or improve the wages.
Amen to that, brother.
Yeah,
or cut the taxes. Or cut the taxes.
Or cut the taxes or something. Get rid of the
damn
ball drop.
Us New Yorkers could need this. Cut those taxes.
Not even just New Yorkers, around the USA, man. Especially.
No taxation without representation.
That's a great way to end the show. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, DJ Hamilton. It's my guy, Nicholas Mullick, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Bye-bye.